which will be a little more interesting. So what I want to do is underline, make a function that gets a string and a word. The word is part of the string and needs to get underlined. Hint, have a look at substr, replace and str post. Now, first of all, gonna get back over here. I'm gonna just show you how it works by doing it manually. So you got over here, so I'm gonna, well, mark it out. Well, no, you know what, just remove it, and I'm just gonna echo my text2, right? So if I go to my browser, it will just show me the string. So how do you add anything to it? Well, for example, take that numbers is the word you need to underline. So I need to do something like this. Start with U and then do this part. So this is adding HTML tag. If I reload now, you will see that number is underlined. Okay, that's basically it. So that means that I have a text. I'll just keep calling it text2. Well, let's just keep calling it text2. And I have a a variable called word is equal to number. Now, oh, needs to be a string. Save. So the thing I want to do is if I have those two as input, a text2 and word, and this is what I need to be show in the end. Of course, now if I just save this, it will just show me the text, so without underline. So that's basically it. So how will the function look? Well, there's going to be return something. We don't yet know what the something is. So let's just say for now I'll return the text. Basically it. So oh wait, let me first of all keep word count. It's a function. It can be standing over there. If you don't use it, it's no problem. It will not run. And then call this underline, which takes in a text and takes in a word. Right? And what will it do? Well, for now I'll just return the text. I'll just return the text, and I can just use the function underline text word now, but it's not doing anything. Okay, it's exactly the same. Oh no, it's not exactly the same because I made a mistake. Echo underline undefined variable text. Ha, yes, because text doesn't exist here, it's text2. There you go. Okay, so it's just the same function, okay? But there's nothing happening here. So what I will need to do is change things over here. So I will underline in text that specific word, which over here the text is well given. Okay, okay, that's the first thing. So now get back to your information, and it says have a look at substr replace. So let's do that. I'll just go to the PHP menu and I'll search for substr replace. That's the function. And okay, so what do you see? It has a variable. It's A, B, C, D, blah, 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 blah. Okay, first it just displays it. So it says original and then variable. Oh, this is an interesting case. You see, it used double quotes, and inside the double quotes, it used the variable. The nice thing is if you use double quotes and inside a variable, this will actually not just be a string $var, but actually replace it by what's in the variable, which is very useful. We'll be using it more often later on. So this is a horizontal row, so that's just line, and this is /n is the same as the break. So it just displays this part and then goes to the next line. But we are here for the substr replace. So let's have a look. We take this part and we have a second string called Bob, and then there's 0. So what it will do is these two examples replace all of var with Bob. Okay, so it just takes var and just replaces it by Bob. And what it tried to show you is that the 0 means that you don't keep any one, I guess, and there can be another argument, but you don't need to give it. By default, it's gonna be string length. Okay, that's nice. Now we're gonna insert Bob right at the beginning of var. So what you see is that string length is, we saw in the previous exercise that it's all the characters of this. So what you do when you delete it is you just give the number as long as there are characters. In this case it's 0, so it will actually delete nothing. So it will not remove any of the characters, but just add Bob in front of it, right? Insert Bob right at the beginning of var. And this is substring replace var Bob 10. This next to replace in var with Bob. So you start with from 10, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And then it takes -1. Oh yeah, -1 means that it removes this part, right? Okay, let's just try that. We're gonna take, so we actually don't want to delete anything, so this is going to be a good case, but we don't want to enter it at the start. So let's see. We're gonna add it over here. So it's gonna be substring replace var. So instead of echoing it, I'm gonna give it as let's call it string. Stand for string is equal to, and I'm gonna give this back str. Okay. So substring replace, well, there's no var here, there's text, and there's this word. Do I need to replace word? No, what I actually need to replace was the underline. So what I want to do is give an underline symbol, and I want to do this where you have word. Now at this moment I don't know where it is, so I'll just try this first. What happens, what I expect is that the whole thing will be underlined. No, that's an error, because I forgot the point. Very important, don't forget it. Okay, so everything is underlined. Now take that I do it from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll start at 7, and I don't delete any characters. Then I got like this, right? That's what we want. So the thing is, which number? Which number does this need to be? Well, we need to figure out what the place is of numbers, right? So we need to figure out what is the first part over here. So to do that, you have the other thing, string pos. Back to the PHP manual. Looking at string pos, what is string pos telling us? There is a variable abcd, pos string pos my string find me. Okay, my string find me. Oh, that's nice. And it will show 0 because it's at the start, but in our case, so it's my string find me. That's going to be useful. So let's say that I'm going to do the same. Say that there's a pos is equal to the string pos takes what in? Takes a text in and takes the word in. So what I expect is that this actually will be a number indicating the size of this. Okay, so instead of 7 over here, I'm not gonna use that pos, and go back to my code. And let's see. So what I expect now is that it will start over here. Ta-ta! So now I've entered the U, the underline. Now of course I need to finish it over here because everything is underlined, and everything I would write behind it would be underlined. So I need to close the underline as well. So at this moment I've been capable of pinpointing where the number is and putting the underline tag in it. So now I still need to close the tag, which is this part, right? That part. I need to insert this part. So it's going to be, again, something like this, right? But how many? Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 or something. Let's do pos plus 7. And we get something like, oh, not what we want. First of all, we replace the string with previous string. We didn't add it to this string. We just replaced it with this part. Secondly, we want to close it. And so how do you say that you actually want to do it with this string? Well, you could, for example, have written str over there, and then it will do it. See? 1, 2, 3, 4. Aha. Why does it count 4 and not 5, 6, 7? Well, because these are 1, 2, 3 characters you added. So it's 7 plus those 3. You also count the hidden character. So if you would count it until here, you would say like, wait, but there is no character over there. But if you would look at the source code, which you can do like this, page source code, you will see that there's an underline here. See? So and it starts counting from here. And if I start counting from here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's correct. So it's at least 7 plus 3, right? Always 3 because those are 1, 2, 3 characters. But it's not always 7. Okay, so now we've got numbers. But the problem is that this 7, I just counted it. That's not the goal, right? What you want to have is this part. But remember that in previous exercise, we had something called string. Let's get back to it. So it was in our first substring count. And there you go, string length. So what we actually need is not 7 over here, but string length of our word. Okay, so this should give exactly the same. Let's try it. Yes, it gives exactly the same, right? So we have the string length plus 3. And we don't do it on this text, but we do it on the string which we just did before it. Okay? Okay. I think that's good. So you can just try it out, like echo underline. Let's do another one. So I will take the same text, but maybe try another word, maybe say words, right? So instead of using a variable, I could just have done this, right? Put the string right away into it. Save it and try it again. And now it underlines words. So it works, right? Underline text word, which is number over here. So I could just change it if you want to. Doesn't matter. Hop, right? There you go. And so the first time I underline numbers, the second time I'm underlining words. That's what you have. And that's it for the first exercise.